I look like I'm in a documentary where I talked about something bad.
All right, chat. We are back with another Diabolic Breakdown. I am joined, as always, by my lovely co-host Anna. I'm also joined by JM from Trying Casually Games, whose camera is super blurry at the moment, but that's okay. He looks like he's figuring it out, so we'll get to that in just a second. And then I am joined by one of my really awesome friends who I get to play with locally, Steph, also known as the Simic Queen. I absolutely hate going against her Kinnan list because it is just so aggressive. But when I do get to play against it, it's like a learning experience. So even playing against it on stream, I'm like, all right, I got to be able to deal with these Turbo Kinnan players. So I got to figure out how I'm going to be able to stop it even on stream. But JM, let's go ahead and start with you. Where can they find you, and who are you playing?
Yeah, I'm Jam from Trying Casually Games. You can find us at tryingcasually.com. And I was playing the best Sphinx boy there is, Tivit. Esper kind of goodness. The main win con is basically time sieve. Um, I think it's kind of classic. It's also kind of brainless. It's kind of like in the autopilot. You kind of count to six. Everything kind of happens. Uh, I thought I was pretty explosive in the early game, and then kind of puttered out towards the end. But I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I had some pretty good interaction.
Yeah,
Um, but I think I could have had a lot more card draw. I just didn't get those card pieces.
yeah, absolutely. Anna.
I played the Glarb. Um, I did not have an early game counterbalance like JM, so my game kind of sucked. I had the Oracle in my hand for basically the entire game and was just waiting for a Demcon, a Tainted Pact, or a Beseech the Mirror, a way to get it. Pretty much, I was just chilling, trying to be board police.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Steph, you, like I said, you were playing Kinnan. And this is also your first time on stream, and it was super awesome having you here, especially because I get to play with you locally. So what were your thoughts about coming on stream?
I thought it was pretty great. Very professional. It wasn't like as bad as some of the games I've played on Spell Table. Really bad ones. People get salty on there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we don't play with
Um,
randoms around here.
we don't play with randoms.
yeah, I mean, when you can win on turn two with my deck, and like people, like I have a video where I turn two, one, and the guys go, he just straight up, let's go training wheels.
Oh
It's
my
like whatever.
god.
But
But yeah,
my opening hand was Swan Song, mental mental misstep, fierce guardianship. So like I was like I'm gonna keep this responsible hand as like you seen in the chat. I don't usually
Very
play
responsible.
responsible.
no.
I it's usually go fast. Lately I've been trying the
Said, I'm not letting
responsible.
anyone do shit.
Yeah. I mean I almost messed up. That's why I asked about the spring heart because I was like, wait, I think that's an enchantment. So and I
It
was like,
is.
yeah, if that land might be screwed.
Yeah, because like I feel like if I had gotten Spring Art out earlier, it may have given me a little bit more mana with uh, Gaia's Cradle, but kind of
Mhm.
going through that wizard battle and then still having that two remaining to let me do the Chatterstorm and get six squirrels was kind of enough to on that next rotation when we finally it wasn't the next one but it was like two rotations after that when we finally got back to it. Oh, and I was playing Rogthras, guys. Oh, it's got the blur on, but I was playing Rogthras when we finally got back to that rotation and it was on my turn. I was able to go basically infinite with the Abora Breeze color line, Guy's Cradle Talon Gates, which was really nice. And there's a couple different win lines for that. It's not a Thoracle deck, so you're not running Thassa's Oracle in that list. So one of the win lines is like you said, Steph, Finale of Devastation. I can just basically get Springheart back out, make infinite more insect tokens, cast Finale for a whole lot. You guys could have tried to respond to any of those spells at any time. I know JM, you said you had the Fierce in hand. You could have fierced
The Born on the Wind would
the
probably,
the
yeah, is
born
where
born
we.
upon the wind was probably the point to hit it. But once we got past that, I think it was a done deal because my top deck was the Aboro for that turn. So
Well,
like
so wait, why? If you had the land that made the next spell uncounterable, it wouldn't
because
have
there
really
was stuff
mattered
there
anymore.
was stuff in my hand that I want to be able to cast at flash speed in the event that I needed to. Essentially, I
What
wanted
did
to
you
be
Okay.
draw off the born?
a gamble. So That's kind of what I was hoping for, was kind of like a sorcery speed spell that I could quickly rip out. Um, but it was a good play. We got there to the end, and it was kind of a good game. I really enjoy playing Rogthras, and I think
Do
Anna, we
you
talked
run
about
a displacer combo in there?
what's up.
Do you run the displacer combo in there?
So I do have the displacer combo for the infinite loop, which is it's just another backup to the backup. Um, but I don't run Kinnan on my list. I know some Rogthras players do. I actually had the. I know there was a Rogthras player that we ran into this past weekend at a charity CDH event up in Rochester, New York. He was not playing Rogthras like I was. He was playing semi blue, which is where it's like you have two blue spells in the whole deck. You maybe have like your Fierce Guardianship and your Pact of Negation, but other than that, it's a Gruul deck that has access to blue. You're playing Treasonous Ogre with a bunch of other ramp spells to just basically shit out a bunch of creatures for free. I kind of like my Rogthras list a little bit better because I feel like a little bit more consistent with that. Um, and I'm going to be using it for some upcoming tournaments. I'm at 61 cards as of today for real in that deck, and now I got to start kind of leaning into the more expensive cards to get them. But I've been really having a lot of fun. So we also had JM with the counterbalance. He was playing Police the Board. That was you were
Yeah.
you were Johnny on the spot with a couple of those too.
It felt pretty good. Thanks, man. I was
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to channel you.
Your Soul Ring to stop her Noxious Revival. It was the play. You revealed it. It was countered. I mean, it was a play that you could have made, and I think it was a decent play to kind of slow down her ramp a little bit, because if she had put that back on top, she would have been able to play it, get another land spell out, kind of like have a little bit more speed.
I didn't need more land. I was literally just trying to filter through my deck for a fucking piece of my win con. That's all I was doing the entire game from the beginning.
Gotcha. So you were trying to like do the land to like shuffle your deck up more, basically, right?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
thin it. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Like I told Eddie, when I played the Ristic Study,
Hmm.
I was contemplating the Ristic Study or Con Sphinx. I probably should have went with the Con Sphinx, because then I would have drawn at least 6 cards.
And
So.
if you had Con Sphinx out when I started my loop, like you would have eaten like a king. You
Yeah,
would have. You would
yeah,
have.
we
You
probably
would.
we probably would have went to a draw because I would have drawn my whole deck as well.
Yeah. We would have been. We would have been fighting over it and stuff like that. And Con
Well,
Sphinx. Go ahead.
so is Consphinx a May?
It is.
Yeah,
You
it's a May.
may draw two cards.
Okay.
So every time he activates Thrasios and he draws off a
Yeah,
Thrasios,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna draw
because
a
like
card.
if it wasn't a May, you would have just lost at one of those points. But it is a May.
Yeah.
Right. No, but I think overall it was a good game. I really like playing against decks because we haven't really had a Kinnan on or a Tivit. We had JM on last night with Tivit. And JM, you didn't even get your feet off the ground with that one, really, that whole game.
No. Yeah, I had a really bad showing. Yeah.
Also, I feel like
You know,
Friday night
if it had
streams
green
are
in it, it
different.
would go a lot faster.
Yeah. Friday night streams are a little bit different for us because they're kind of thrown together, but it gives us an opportunity to just play with people that we don't normally play with, people that aren't on our schedule that we're used to. So it gives us fresh faces as well. Like we've never had Suki on, but we've played with Suki in the past, so it was good.
That was my first game with Suki,
That was your first-
actually.
Also,
Okay.
it's hilarious how similar our voices were.
Oh my god,
That
yeah.
was funny.
No, you have no idea. I'm sitting there editing the video today from the game last night, and I'm just like, okay, is this JM or is this Suki? I don't know. I just gave up at
No.
one point.
So I very quickly could tell the distinction between their two voices, but they sound identical.
Yeah, 100%. It's not identical. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more of like, like
Oh.
how you.
I had you guys at different volumes,
Mm,
which was like the telltale sign. Like I had JM really loud and Suki slightly quieter, and so I could tell who was who.
sounds good. Okay, so we had a couple misplays all game. I punted on the prior turn. Right? I punted on the prior turn. So I could have probably won, like you said, Steph, and even Senpai noticed it. I probably could have, but I just didn't. I'm obviously missed something. JM, you did have a misplay with the Fierce, right? You didn't play the Fierce. It wasn't that you had a misplay, it's that you didn't play.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. I mean, was it just like you were trying to wait for something else, or did you just kind of forget about it for a second, or?
Well, so the land making something uncounterable.
Mm-hmm.
I think kind of I forgot about that land obviously,
Hmm.
but I don't know me countering the Born Upon the Wind because like without that land in particular wouldn't matter because I could have countered any of the spells.
Any of the upcoming spells that I may have cast, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
It would. I think the misplay was me forgetting the land,
Hmm. Gotcha.
and then not using it when I could, obviously.
Right.
I should have never exiled the Elvish to pay for the Ristic study.
Pay for that one.
Yeah, that
I
was a
should have.
fucking flex though. I'm not gonna lie. I will always remember that move though.
It was smart in
It
the
was smart
moment
to
to
pay
pay your
for it.
Yeah.
taxes.
100%.
Yeah.
Anna, you didn't.
Also a gigantic flex.
gigantic flex actually. Anna and Steph, I don't think either of you had misplays during the game.
I was just trying my hardest to stop you.
Oh no, I know you were.
Same.
You were. No, you both were. I was like, I was like, if I don't jam here, I know Steph's gonna have it on her turn. She's already drawn a bunch of cards, and it's gonna be a rough go of things. I don't have
Yeah,
the interaction.
I had hope in my hand from the beginning.
Yeah, I only had Force of in my hand. I had Force of Negation and Force of Will, that I could have used to try to stop you. But if I don't think it would have
The whole
gotten.
By the
deck is
end of it,
unplayable.
By the end of it, my hand was Counterspell, Thassa's Oracle, Chain of Smog,
Sure.
and I can't remember what the other card was, but I basically like I had pieces of all the combos, and
You had
I was
half.
just
Yeah,
like
you had half and half.
I was
for both.
pitching. I was like,
I
I
know.
need something. I need something. Give me something. Give me a Demcon. I'll do anything for a fucking Demcon.
Demcon or even Witherboom at that point.
Dude, something.
Right. All right, JM or Steph, do you guys have any?
I
Go
left
ahead.
I left Force of Vigor on the top of my library at the end, just in case that some artifact or enchant removal is going to clutch, because I can cast that off the top with Glarb.
Okay.
That was the Hail Mary. That was the last thing I had out in that game.
Sure. All right, JM or Steph, do you guys have any comments before we wrap it up?
No, that was a really fun game.
Always pay the one.
Definitely,
Always pay the
a paying
fucking
one. Yeah, even if it costs you, Steph, I think I will always remember a game that a Ristic study trigger got paid with a Summon Spirit Guide, and I think that is ultimately lives more rent free in my head.
Absolutely.
Same. That was pretty solid.
At one point, I took it out of my deck, but I was like, you know what? It comes in use in multiple things.
Yeah,
It does.
Like, I could have had it turn one Kennen, but I was like, yeah.
Play
Hold
responsibly.
off.
Play responsibly.
Yeah, and I had the Mock Diamond in my hand that I could have pitched the Visage to, but I was just like, Visage might come in handy.
But
Very true.
Anna, anything?
No, GG's. Good win.
GG's. All right, folks.
Proud of you.
As always, you can check us out every Saturday night at 9 o'clock and sometimes just on random weeknights. And that is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every Saturday night. Anna is going to be starting her late night streams here soon on Wednesday nights. We gotta get
probably.
that off the ground.
We're gonna figure
what
it
night?
out. It just turns out that 9 p.m. PST is late night.
Yeah, so like midnight for us.
Yeah, I don't get out of work until 11.
Oh, sick. But yeah, I gotta figure some shit out. I'm also gonna be out of town for the next like 2 weeks. I don't know when I'm coming home from the festival yet. I booked a flight there. I haven't booked a flight home yet.
Ballsy.
We'll figure it out when we get back.
Living by the sea.
This is how I live. That's just how I live. You know, that's how I live.
I'm fully aware because you told me that you was like a week before, and you're like, oh yeah, let me get my flight to Rochester. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. But all right, folks, we will see you guys all next time on Diabolic Misplay and Diabolic Breakdown. As always, you can check the gameplay videos up the next day on Twitch, as well as edited versions on our YouTube, and check out our other socials. I will have them linked in the video description down below. Peace out.
Yeah.